Good afternoon. There we go. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm out of practice. Now y'all know the deal. I had to come in and set everything up, get everything together here. I think that's about it. Y'all know how it is. I had to come in and set everything up. It's Monday. It's Monday. And I mean, I literally had set virtually everything up today because this weekend was crazy. Crazy. I was a little busy this weekend. So how's everybody doing? I hope all y'all doing good. I hope all y'all doing good. Let me go through and get the show started. So I was listening to Wyatt, so I was a little distracted. Y'all know how he do. And if you don't, you should check out his show so you can see how he do. I be distracted. I be wanting to call him. I don't always call just because, I be coming on right after him. I don't want to, kind of monopolize his time and then come on this show. So I be wanting to call him. Sometimes I be wanting to call him to agree with him, and sometimes I be wanting to call him to tell him how wrong he is. It's all opinions. Most of it is anyway. Let's get to, if you're new, this is how I get down. I come in, say a little something, and then I say hello to all of the people. The cost of admission is say hello to me. Tell me where you're checking out the show from. So if you're in the Cincinnati proper, say what neighborhoods. If you're in the area, greater Cincinnati, say the area. Like, Mount Healthy is actually, I think, its own little city. Lincoln Heights, that's its own little whatever. So if you're not from Cincinnati proper, tell me where. And if anywhere else, tell me, city, state, all of that good stuff. I say hi to you, and then the show goes downhill. It does. It plummets after that, but it is what it is. So let me get to it. Let me get to it. Oh, you're going to move slow today. Okay. Erica, good afternoon. Erica's representing Reading. Thank you. We got my OSHA in the house. My OSHA, good afternoon. I got your text, and you are rich. Scott, good afternoon, Scott. Scott's representing Cumming, Georgia. Good afternoon. We got LaDonna in the house. LaDonna representing East Price Hill. Good afternoon. We got Brent. Brent in the house. Brent representing Dallas, Texas. Preston, good afternoon, Preston. Preston's representing Avondale. Mary in the house, representing White Oak. Good afternoon, Mary. We got David Martin representing Hebron. Good afternoon. DeWanda. Good afternoon, DeWanda. Thank you for checking out the show. Terry, good afternoon to you as well, representing downtown. Good afternoon. Paul, good afternoon, Paul. Thank you for checking out the show. Sea Breeze. Good afternoon. Sea Breeze representing Boston. We got Daryl in the house. Daryl. He says Wyatt's still going, so I'm gonna be back and forth. I'm not complaining. We got Lewis. Thank you for checking out the show. We got Lewis in the house. Lewis representing Sharonville. Waiting on Raw tonight. Something special happening on Raw tonight? I don't think I watched Raw last week, so I'm not sure. But good afternoon, Lewis. Dina Johnson in the house. It's giving reading Rainbow. Oh, you talking about the music. Dina, don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. Thank you for checking out the show. Tessie in the house. Good afternoon, Tessie. Good afternoon. We got Andrea Bustle in the house. She's representing downtown. Drea, just Drea, representing Sycamore. I like one name people. Thank you for checking out the show, Drea. Sycamore Township. I'm sorry. I see the other one, a couple below here. Deborah in the house. Deborah Simmons representing Forest Park. Good afternoon. Shirley, good afternoon. Representing Westchester. Good afternoon. We got Tria in the house over there in the classy section. She got y'all ball gowns and tuxedos ready for y'all. They waiting. Good afternoon, Tria. I appreciate you. Um, Nat Tunner. Nat Tunner representing the West Side. Good afternoon. Got Jerika in the house. She says, "Hola, my familia." Anybody else speak German? Anybody else speak German in here? Hola to you too, uh, Jerica. We got T. Mikey G in the house representing Covington, Kentucky. And he want to know where's his skinny popcorn. All right. Dwayne in the house representing Mount Airy. Representing Mount Airy. Good afternoon. We have Blade. Blade in the house. Blade just says why. Why ask why? We got John. John in the house, Covington, Kentucky. Good afternoon, John. Good afternoon, John. We talk about that a little bit. Brent. Oh, John was saying just start the show. I did. You're late. I'm already here. I'm talking. Dina. Good afternoon. Representing Walnut Hills. Terry. Terry, good afternoon. From E-Town. She says, please no call in from Ron today. Ron is welcome to call. You are welcome to call. Excuse me. Y'all are all welcome to call. 513-717-5464. That's the number to get on board. Mike in the house representing Woodlawn. Good afternoon, Mike. We got Miss Pittsburgh in the house. Good afternoon, Miss Pittsburgh. Thank you. Ron, they hating on you already and you ain't even called. They hating on you and you ain't even called. That's how you know you've arrived. I don't know where your destination was, but you somewhere. Ron representing Bond Hill. Good afternoon, Ron. Pamela, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Pamela. Representing North Avondale. Shahara in the house. Good afternoon, Shahara. Representing Bond Hill. So we got Bond Hill. Derek Woods say ATL is in the house. All right. ATL in the house. Lewis or CK. CK just be saying nonsense sometimes just for the heck of it. Let me see. We got Regina representing Madisonville. Good afternoon. Maria representing North College Hill. Good afternoon. Crystal representing Hamilton. Good afternoon. And Jason checking in from Earth. He spelled it wrong. Fairfield to be exact. Earth is spelled URFF. Earth. So, how's everybody doing? I hope y'all weekends were good. I met someone from the show at the I Hear Music in the Air concert. I was there helping somebody record the concert. I did not know that. Oh, Crystal says bye. Well, bye, Crystal. I'm sorry you got to leave. But I hope you enjoy your day. I did not know this. Apparently, the organizers of the concert, they don't record the concert. That's what I was told. They don't record the concert. Like, they don't have a video crew there to record it. So I went and, gentleman, Bernard Fields, who's an excellent, what would he be? Videographer, cinematographer. Went with him and, we got together and we recorded the concert. It was like really last minute. Like, it was like a week from the time that I found out it wasn't even a week. What was it? Like Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday I found out. And then Friday was the concert. But yeah, we went and recorded the concert and, hopefully he'll put something together. I'm not editing that. So hopefully he'll put something together. But I met a couple people there. I met one lady who I'm assuming is watching now. She says, I watch the show. She says, I watch it every day. And you know me, I thought, I don't even do this show every day. No, but she said, I watch the show. I watch the show every day. She said, I'm not going to tell you who I am, though. But I do watch the show and I do enjoy it. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the people who came up to me at the concert and said hi and all that kind of stuff. I was a little distracted. So a lot of y'all, if you gave me your name, I don't remember. But I remember a few people did not give me their names. Yes, they didn't want me to shout them out because I'll do that. And then, so I did that Friday. And then on Saturday, I met a few people over there at the block party over in Roselawn. I know Logic Slayer came up, which I just saw him say hello to me in the chat. What's up, Logic Slayer? Thank you for stopping by and for saying hi. There was another gentleman whose name I can't remember. Know this. I'm horrible with names. So if like I meet you and I done met you 50 times and you done told me your name 50 times, don't be mad at me. It might take 51. I'm so bad with names. And I do all kind of, I write them down and repeat them and try to make little things. And I lose them. So, but thank you guys. Jack says I dapped you up at Roseline. I don't know if that's true. You may have. If you did, thank you. Thank you. But look, I appreciate all y'all who came up and said hi. And then I was over at Walker at Bethel Baptist. After the first church that I do, I went over to Bethel Baptist and I didn't actually do anything, but I was there at Bethel Baptist. And a few people actually came up to me and said, hey, you Emanuel Livingston, ain't you? Oh man, I used to listen to the show and where you at? I had to tell some people like, yeah, I'm still on Facebook, whatever. And there was a couple people who said they actually check out the show, but they never comment. Like, why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you comment? Comment. Call 513-717-KING. 513-717-5464. Comment. And then I did my second church, and then I came home and I was supposed to go and do some other stuff. I said, let me sit down for a few minutes. And then I fell asleep. That was it. It was over. But I appreciate everybody. No, that's not true. Because I got a chance to watch, I watched a little bit of the Pacers and New York. I'm glad the Pacers won. I got nothing against the Knicks. But for whatever reason, I like Indiana's team. I don't think they'll beat Boston, but I like their team. And then I got a chance to watch the last few minutes of Dallas and the Nuggets. And I was glad that the Nuggets lost too. Because I'm Minnesota and the Nuggets. I was glad that Minnesota won, just because I think Dallas has a better shot at beating Minnesota. I don't know why. I think Dallas has a better shot at beating Minnesota, and I'm rooting for Dallas. Kyrie Irving. I still support that brother. They did him wrong. They made him the bad guy. He was the evil black bastard trying to get black people to not like Jewish people, and they made him apologize 150 times, and then they suspend him and fine him, and then he still had to apologize. They made him eat some potato salad with raisins in it. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff. They made him eat vanilla ice cream. They made him do all of that kind of stuff. And then they traded him. And then he went to Dallas, and they didn't make the playoffs. And he's a cancer. He's a this, he's a that. Well, they're in the Western Conference Finals. I want to see them take it all. I don't know that they will, but that's what I want to see, because I don't like the way they treated him. Yeah, everything is like a social commentary to me. Even sports. It's all some sort of a social commentary. I do not like the way they treated him. And so I want Kyrie Irving to win NBA championship. And when he do, I want him to post a thing to that movie again, so that they'll be mad again. I know he won't do that, but if he did, I would love it. If he did, I would love it. Um, but yeah, I did. I got a chance to watch a little bit of that. I got a chance to watch a little bit of that. Like the very end of that game, I was waking up and the game was going off, and then I went back to sleep. So yeah, I had a decent weekend. A little more busy than my weekend normally is, but I hope everybody else did. And of course, I wasn't here on Friday. I did hear. What's that? When what is her name? Marjorie, Marjorie Taylor Green, and I can't remember her. What's the sister's name? Somebody put that in the screen for me. I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember the sister's name. Crockett. Crockett. It's coming to me slowly. If you knew, I had coronavirus, 17th degree coronavirus. So my brain still don't remember things the way that I want them to. Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this, and I'm going to steal one of Wyatt's things. Y'all not going to like this. Y'all not going to like me for this. I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm not a big fan of Jasmine Crockett. Not a big fan of hers. I think she, too kind of neck rolly and everything. She seems like an intelligent woman. You can't take that away from her, but, she's a little too neck rolly and all of that kind of stuff, everything that goes with that. So I'm not a huge fan of hers, okay? I like the ideas behind what she says. I just don't necessarily care for that presentation. Now, that's not necessarily like a knock on her, because there are people who don't like this show because they don't like the way that I present information. Okay? So different people like different things. Some people are like, I don't like the way he talk. I don't like the way he talk. I don't like the faces he make when he talk. I don't, you know what I'm saying? All of that kind of stuff. I think that's all fair. You don't have to like it. You don't have to. And I'm not saying that I don't like her. I'm saying I'm not a fan of the way she presents the things that she says. But that's just me. I'm not against her. But hold on. Hey man, I had to. Jerica says, I hate when people preface their comments with y'all gonna hate me for this. Y'all gonna be mad at me. Just say it. I don't like it either. That's kind of why I said it. I thought it was funny. I like kind of, what would that be? Irony. I don't know that that's irony, but I don't like it, but I did it anyway. Either way. So yeah, when her and Jasmine Crockett, by the way, when her and Marjorie Taylor Greene got into it, I wasn't as into it as everybody else, I guess. Was it she had a few minutes to sit around and think of a comeback for Marjorie Taylor Greene, talking about her fake eyelashes, which I believe they are fake. Just stop wearing fake eyelashes. That's not important, though, to the conversation. But she had an opportunity to get a comeback. I wanted Britt says Jasmine Crockett was just asking a point of order, which that was the smart thing to do. I'm not against what she did. They're children now. I was watching that thinking, they're children. We have representatives up there, and they're children. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You take a shot at me, I'm probably going to try to figure out a way to take a shot at you. but I'm not a representative in the U.S. House of Representatives. And sometimes, which clearly I'm torn about it because saying all of this stuff just straight out, I feel two different ways about it. Here, I identify with Representative Crockett in that if you take a shot at me, I'm probably going to find a way to take a shot at you and say something about your mama. Okay? So I understand that. I understand that. Again, I'm not in the House of Representatives. On the other hand, there's an argument to be made for let them be childish and you don't be childish. And then, let that play itself out. On the other hand, how many hands is it? It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people in here. Lighting crew, sound crew, we all got our hands up. So on another hand, how long you supposed to let people be childish? And they've been being childish for a long time. And the people, they just get more and more popular with the nuts. The nuts look at their childishness and they like, oh, that's strength. And the adults are sitting back like, that's not strength, that's childish. Calling people names and showing naked people and, saying whatever you can say to create headlines and be just whatever the word is. Noticed, seen, controversial. So I get it. I get it. The whole situation makes me sad, though. I like to think, and again, I know it's not the case. I understand that Marjorie Taylor Greene and all of them people are childish. Her and it's a few of them. They're just childish. But I want to think you just be like, man, whatever. Just let them stay childish. Let them be childish. We gonna be the adults over here. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a. Was it really that big of a shot though? Fake eyelashes. Wearing fake eyelashes. Maybe a good way to shut her up. Stop wearing fake eyelashes. And be the adult. And y'all, I know y'all mad. I'm not that, I'm not that, as Steban says, E-Man taking the Michelle Obama motto. Not really, because I don't really believe in the when they go low, we go high. I believe when they go low, we go lower. But I'm not at the U.S. House of Representatives. Yeah, and thank you, Crystal. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I don't know if I would say she hyped it up and created the stir. I don't know if I would say that. I think a few people responded to it. Cortez took it, Ocasio-Cortez, whatever, took it to another level and all of that kind of stuff. She did, and baby girl and all that kind of stuff. I kind of didn't like that either. I didn't like that either. But all of that stuff gave Representative Crockett an opportunity to craft a piece of alliteration that was insulting. And she was smart enough to not call her that. So you gotta, again, I'm not saying that the woman's not an intelligent woman. Not saying that. I don't, it's just something about her delivery that throws me off. Something about her delivery that throws me off. But DeAndre says the guy who holds grudges. I said that. Absolutely, I hold grudges. Absolutely, I do. I'm not in the House of Representatives. I'm not. That's the difference to me. That's the difference to me. Uh, she was spot on. That's what made it funny, which is true if it would have been funny. I just. Tessie says, you can't say, I believe, and if they go low, we go lower. Then say, but they can't in the House. Either you believe it or not. Well, that's Tessie, that's not true. I can say it, and I did say it, which is proof that I can say it. But I know what you mean. You mean that it feels like I'm being a hypocrite. And maybe I am. Uh, I mean, look, if you take a shot at me, I'm probably going to take a shot at you, right? But there are certain venues, like if we in church and you take a shot at me, I'm probably not going to jump up in church and say, that's why your mama died. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably not going to jump up and say that in church. I'll wait till after church. And then I'll talk about the fact that your mama died and I went and urinated on her grave. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But I'm not going to do it in church. There are just certain venues that I think you don't retaliate or respond immediately because of the venue. And I'd like to think that the House of Representatives, the Senate, should be those venues. So I'm not downing her for taking the shot. I'm not downing her for what did she call her? I don't remember. What was it? Bleach, blonde, bad, built, butch body, something like that. Something like that. Nat says, I'm not going to critique the person defending themselves. I'm going to attack the one who started it. Well, I don't know that that's true. People typically don't do that. People typically attack the person defending themselves. And I'm not attacking her. I'm just saying I wish that it would not have gone there. That's it. I'm just saying I wish it would not have gone there. That's really all I'm saying. In that setting. But people typically attack the person who's defending themselves and not the person who started it. Trust me, I know. Because I don't start nothing. And people always attacking me for defending myself. Oh, you went too far. Why did you ask that question? Why did you say that? People always doing it. So, Nat, I've never heard you, I'm not saying you haven't, but I've never heard you attack the person who started it. So you're saying that's what you do, but I've never heard you do it. Even though I can't say that you ever attacked me for defending myself or even critiqued me. But all the time, people defend the person who started it. You need to be the bigger man. I'm 5'5". What you mean be the bigger man? My OSHA says, I tell everyone I very rarely start it, but I will end it. Venue be damned. I live by the motto of don't start none, won't be none. Okay. I let some stuff slide. I do. I'm sure that the Democrats in the House, in particular on that committee, which committee was that? Because they were voting, they were debating whether or not to vote to hold Merrick Garland in contempt, or not to hold him in contempt, but whether to recommend that he be held in contempt. which they did actually vote to recommend that he be held in contempt. So I don't know. But it was childish and chaotic. The oversight committee. Thank you. It was childish and chaotic. And if you into that kind of thing on a world stage, maybe even embarrassing. But I've seen much worse. I've seen much worse. Like you seen sometime like over there in like not China, but like in Hong Kong, man, they get to fighting, like throwing blows and stuff. People have to hold people back. So I've seen worse. I've seen worse. But I don't know. That's it. I just wish that it wouldn't have happened. But everybody's hyped about it. Like, yeah. Marjorie even released like a workout video, a video of herself working out. So apparently it affected her to some degree. I'm sure she's trying to fundraise off of it. And that's what everybody do now. That's the whole thing. Like what? Representative Crockett is selling t-shirts to fundraise off of it. It's all about monetizing, in this case, childishness, incivility. Was it? And this time, look, it was on both sides, y'all. It was on both sides. Both sides were being incivil. Or what did they finally determine that it was? It wasn't a personal attack. It was what's the word? It began with a D. This is that 17th degree COVID brain coming back. When you say something to in a setting where you're supposed to decorum. It was a lack of decorum. Instead of, basically saying, because the reason why a lot of that became a big deal is because they were making that vote. And y'all know that the margins are so thin. And so they wanted to advance that vote. And had they said that basically she was, out of order or whatever the appropriate terminology for what they were saying in her words, she violated these rules of a personal attack against someone, then she wouldn't have been able to be in the room, so she wouldn't have been able to vote. And I can't remember how the vote went, but I think it carried by 2 votes. Ron says, tell the people what the vote was. I did tell the people what the vote was. I told them. I think it carried by 2 votes, so it might have only carried by 1. But they, you never know if you got all of the votes, and so they didn't want to put her out the room and not be able to advance that issue. So, but y'all like it. Y'all like it. And it didn't come to blows. It was all words. So, I guess in that sense, my question is it behavior that you would encourage young people to model? What we saw on the floor in that moment from both sides, I think we can all kind of agree we don't want people looking at people and trying to shame them, I guess, for their physical appearance. Even though y'all do it all the time, but we don't want people to do that. So I guess what we would tell our children, don't shame people based on their physical appearance, even though I do it all the time. Not me, you. Don't do it, even though I do it all the time. So we look at Marge and say, Marge was wrong. Do not emulate that behavior. Would you look at what Representative Crockett did and say to your child, your son, your daughter, your 6-year-old son, daughter, granddaughter, niece, nephew, see that? That's how I want you to act when somebody says something about you. That's how I want you to respond. And if so, then cool. I don't want the fireworks to go off. If so, then cool. That's how you want people to respond. If not, maybe don't celebrate it as hard and as openly. Like you can feel good about it. Like, yeah, got her. But, you know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. What else? What else happened? Oh, Diddy. Diddy happened. Diddy beat the crap out that girl. Well, I mean, he probably did beat the crap out of that girl on a number of occasions. No doubt in my mind that he did. What we saw looked really bad, but it really wasn't, you know, like she didn't go to the hospital or nothing for that. But, man, this guy. But again, this is what you get when you idolize entertainers because they're famous and rich. You get disappointed when you idolize people just because they're famous and rich. And again, y'all say y'all don't, but a lot of y'all do that. And they ain't even got to be that rich or that famous. All they got to do is be known by a lot of people. They just got to be known by a lot of people. Get an award or two here and there. And then they can do no wrong. That's how a lot of y'all get down. Like, I think the stuff that's happening in the world, at least to me, it's exposing a lot of stuff, but people are not going to view it that way. People view this stuff like in a vacuum. Like, all right, Diddy threw the girl down, and I don't know. I had to address that. Wait a minute. What? How dare you minimize the assault by saying, well, she didn't go to the hospital? Well, that's not minimizing the assault. That's just looking at the spectrum of what could happen. On the scale of, you know, I don't know, getting pinched or something like that, to beaten to death. There's a whole spectrum of things that can happen. So it's not the same as getting beaten to death. It's not as bad as that. Or, wait a minute, hold on, I could be wrong. Is what happened to her the exact same level as someone getting beaten to death? Jerica? That's a legitimate question. Y'all know me, I like to learn. I like to hear and I like to learn. Is what happened to her the same level as a woman getting beaten to death? Jerica or Lenora? I see Lenora in there. Is it the same? No, I'm not explaining nothing. I'm asking a question. My mind can be changed. Lenora, answer the question. Don't say stop it. Actually answer the question. Is it the same level as her getting beaten to death? Lenora says, of course it isn't. So are you minimizing it now? Are you minimizing it? Because you acknowledge that it's not as bad as beating her to death? Yeah, I'm trying to take this stuff and elevate it as much as y'all want to. I'm just telling you the truth. So don't, oh, you minimize it because you said it wasn't the same as beating her to death. That's not minimizing it. That's just being real. It's not the same. It's not the same. How is that? How is that not understand? How do people not understand simple stuff like that? How do people not understand simple stuff like that? Some stuff I just don't get. Like when you even have to acknowledge it. Lenore says, "Why does she have to die?" Well, hopefully she don't, but some people do actually, believe it or not, get beat to death. And my point was, while this was an assault, this wasn't the same as getting beaten to death. Like, that's just common sense. Like, that's just common sense. Y'all be looking for stuff to complain about. Stop looking for stuff to complain about. Especially when you have to agree that what I said is factually accurate. Stop looking for stuff to complain about. Let me just get to the point. Y'all wasting this time on something that y'all actually agree with me on. Unprofessional of me. Y'all wasting time on something that y'all actually agree with me on because y'all want to disagree. I'm going to give y'all something else to disagree about later. Wait until I actually say something that you actually disagree with. So we see him snatch the girl. We see him throw her down. And we see him kick her a couple times. And it looked like he threw a vase at her or something like that. And then he came out and he apologized. He came out and he apologized. I don't know that he really apologized though. I don't, when y'all saw the apology, was that an apology to you? Was that an apology to you? Hold on, let's see. Let's go here.
Reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
He said he's not asking for forgiveness. What do it mean when you say I'm sorry? What do it mean when you say I'm sorry? I mean, I know, and that more than likely, I can't say I'm not in his head, I'm not in his heart. What do it mean when you say I'm sorry? In this case, I think what it probably means is I have a crisis management team and they told me to say I'm sorry. They told me to get on here and try to minimize the damage to my brand, to my name, to my case that might be coming up. And this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to say I was at rock bottom. I'm going to say I was in a dark place. I'm going to say, own it, own it. Now that it's been on, there's a video of it and everyone's seen it, or a lot of people have seen it. Now that there's a video, own it. Don't, you can't say she deserved it, or I was drunk, or anything like that, even though that's kind of what he was saying. He was kind of saying, well, I had some issues going on. So, that one could argue, is that making an excuse? Or one could argue, is that giving you the reason? Because, people make these, and, they're different. It all depends on what's in the heart of the man. And I don't know what's in that man's heart. I just got a feeling, though. Here's why it's different to me than why I don't believe he's sorry. Because he knew he did this all along. And here's what I understand. If you bring up something that I don't believe anybody knows that I did wrong, but I did it wrong, but I think I covered that base, it ain't gonna never get out that I did this. And you'll be like, Emanuel, you did so-and-so. I'm gonna be like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. And then I find out somebody got a recording of it. Okay, I'm sorry. It's not that I wasn't. It is almost human nature to deny that you did some stuff that you don't think anybody can ever find out about. Ladies, when you cheat on your dude and he asks you, did you cheat? Do you be like, yeah, I cheated. I'm sorry. No, you be like, no, I didn't cheat. What, you don't trust me? How dare you ask me something like that? I would never cheat. What kind of person do you think I am? Blah, blah, blah. You defend yourself to the nth degree. That's human nature. And then when Joey Greco catch up with you, and he like, I asked you, did you cheat? And you like, baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now that you caught. So I don't necessarily think what did Nikki just say? His heart is dark. I don't necessarily know that this apology proves that his heart is dark. I think probably the multiple beatings, because if he did it once and it was caught on camera, he did it before and it probably wasn't on camera. And then he probably did it after. That's more proof that his heart is dark than this kind of non-apology. I'm not mad. Believe it, I'm not mad at the non-apology. I would have preferred, though, just don't say nothing, bro. Just don't say nothing. At this point, in this scenario, what could he have possibly said to satisfy anyone? And I saw well, did he apologize to Cassie? I don't know if he apologized to her. He might have apologized to her. When he gave her the $30 million and they was doing settlement talks, he might have said, you know what? I'm sorry. I apologize to you for all of the horrible things that I've done. That's why I didn't drag this out, because I went and got some professional help and counseling and all of that kind of stuff. I did all of that. And I realized how wrong I was. And that's why I'm not fighting you on this suit or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just giving you $30 million. Because I'm sorry. And there's nothing that I can do to undo all of the stuff I did. But I can, what I have, I give you. And that is, I'm sorry. And here's some money. Because I can't think of anything that he could have said that people would have been like, damn, I'm on Diddy's team now. Nothing. So he should have probably just not said anything. I think he would have been better off not saying anything. Because a non-apology makes you look even worse. But I don't know. Crystal says, after denying it, Crystal, y'all got to let that part go, I think y'all got to let that, I mean, just in fairness, in terms of just humanity, y'all got to let that part go. That part is reasonable. Very rarely do people just come out of the blue and admit that they did something when they're accused of it. Even people who go to court and plead guilty to crimes usually plead not guilty first. And then you plead guilty. People don't usually, the police come knock on the door. I'm guilty. I did it. That's typically not the way it goes. It's not for real. It's not reasonable to believe that if you cheat on your man and he asks you, did you do it? It's not with no proof, and you think everything is covered. You know this dude ain't gonna say nothing, because dudes don't normally tell. You know what I'm saying? He getting some draws on the side. He don't normally tell because he don't want to mess up his draws. He's not a woman. Women tell. Girl, when you was kissing your man, you know what I'm saying? That was me you was tasting. Yeah, that's, women say stuff like that. Men be like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never even met her. Knowing he been beating it up. So as a woman, you know, baby, are you seeing anybody? No, I'm not seeing anybody. No. You're going to deny it. You're going to deny it. That's just reasonable. Hold on. So do y'all really think that a man who beats a woman is going to have all the integrity in the world when she comes out publicly and says he beat me? Just his integrity going to kick in and he going to be like, I did it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I was wrong. No. So that's that. Y'all focusing on the wrong part. CK.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
CK, I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, man, many questions, no answers. Stress. Trying to hold my head and remember that I'm blessed.
All right.
Yes, sir. You're cooking today. You're freaking cooking like the weather outside in Cincinnati. You hear me? You're freaking cooking. From that Kyrie Irving soliloquy to your statements about Diddy. I love this game. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
This is freaking. I mean, like you said, where was the Jews, man? Why not one Jewish man came up to defend Kyrie? Not one. Not even DJ Vlad. He claims he's a part of the culture. Jesus. I'm with you, man. I'm with freaking you.
I
I
can't
want
hold on.
you.
Hold on. I can't say for 100% certainty that no Jewish people defended him, but I will say I don't remember no Jewish people coming to his defense.
I can tell you 100%. Media. They stick together. So you got a lot of chimps and monkeys on this side. Because the same people that defended Dana White slapping his wife in front of everybody. The same people defended is throwing Diddy under the bus. Tell me I'm lying, people. Let the comment section speak. Tell me I'm lying. The same chimps and monkeys that were defending Dana White for slapping his wife in front of everybody. Dana White, he's a great friend of mine. You know what I mean? Now you the same one now you want to make a soliloquy on Diddy. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith, who I'm speaking of. We calling out all the chicks and monkeys. You know what I mean? Just because you happen to be part of this team, hey, you just a part of the circus. And then your statement about Diddy, did you kill him or did you kill him? Even they had to say, yeah, we don't just come out and say, I did it. You got to prove it. Because like you say, when you stealing out of Walmart, you don't just say, hey, come here, sir. Can I check your bag? What you say? Hey, wait, what's going on?
I paid for that.
You don't just.
What do you mean? I paid for that. What you talking
no,
about?
Oh, no. I don't believe that. I paid for that. Then they take it to the back room and they show you that little footage. It wasn't me. Or you might cop out and say, I'm sorry, can I just get a ticket? Because I don't want to go to the JC with the AC. You heard me? Huh? I don't want to go to the JC with the AC. And the way you putting it down, and now the ladies got to learn. Because like you said, the ladies even got to admit, when they get caught cheating, they don't just admit it. They got to get caught. Proof. What's this text message, woman? Like, and then you killed them on this. The women tell on us. So when the man talk, he's being, you know what I mean, womanly, right?
Yes.
Yeah, bitch made. Yeah, we keep it quiet, ladies. E-man giving you gems. We don't say nothing because we getting draws.
That's it.
You know what I mean? We don't mind sharing draws with dude. It's an understanding. What I need from you is understanding. Huh? Sometimes you want to escape. You hear me?
I hear you.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You was cooking. I had to just call in for the promo. You know we ain't going to stop till we hit 10,083,000 subscribers. You heard me? Now donate, hit the like button, all that. You feel me? Hey, keep on hitting them with the soliloquy. That's my new word. You know what I mean? I learned that about 3 weeks ago. I can't spell it, but I can say it a few times. You know what I mean?
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
And today you proving that king of thought. That king of thought was. And Jasmine, let's get on Jasmine. Jasmine Sullivan. I'm proud of that sister.
All right.
Listen. She checked that fat white bitch. You see her face? She look like a muppet. Who the hell you talking to, heifer? I'll chin check you in front of all your people. You got to understand. I ain't backing down to nobody. This is Jasmine. You know what I mean? I like that. She responded, right? She didn't throw the first punch, right?
Right. You're right.
And I think that's the only statement you went wrong when you said the defenders you said they get scrutinized. What you say?
Yeah, the people who
Whoever
defend themselves, they get scrutinized, yes.
Now that's the only false statement. If I come over your house and try to break in and you put 38 of them in me, holla points.
No, CK, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, look, I get into little battles here and there, and there are people who take shots. I'm using me as the example since other people don't like being used as the example. People take shots at me, and then when I respond, people attack me. Like, oh, why would you say that? Oh, why would you say this? Why would you ask that question? Why would you? That's going too far. Why would you this? Why would you that? Instead of talking to the person who initiated it by taking the shots, they criticize me for responding too harshly. That happens all the time.
Yep, man. Hey, I love the show. Keep hope alive, as the late great Jesse Jackson. I mean, not but the great Jesse Jackson said. And you know what I mean. Much respect to the family. Now I'm gonna keep on listening to your soliloquy. You hear me?
All right, CK. I appreciate you
Yes,
calling.
do you even know what that means? I don't know what it means. What does soliloquy mean? Do you know it?
Soliloquy is the way I understand it. I don't know like the formal definition, but it's like a kind of a long reading or poem or some sort of work of art typically.
Yep. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Let
Hold
me
on,
listen
hold on,
to
hold
the
on. No, don't take my word for it. Let's do this. I'm a big believer
It's
in
a
this,
statement.
man. We about to
Look
look
at
up soliloquy because I think I know how
I
to
say
spell it.
it's a statement. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, though. We on Jeopardy, Final Jeopardy. Let's see who get it right.
An act of speaking one's thoughts aloud when by oneself or regardless of any hearers, especially by a character in a play.
Right. So you basically speak in your mind without thinking that, you pretty much speak in your mind. Yes, sir.
All
That's
right.
pretty much it, right?
That's pretty
Yes,
much
sir.
it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Much love to the family, man. Yes, sir.
All right, take it easy. I meant to ask him, what does CK stand for? If his name is Lewis Johnson, why does he go by CK? I meant to ask him that. Ron, I saw that you called. Of course, I was on the line with CK. So, in spite of what these people say, you can call in and express your thoughts here. Are we canceling Diddy? But even hold on, even more importantly than that, where are we in society when y'all know it's still men beating women out here? There's still men out here beating women. Now, I could see how Diddy could think he could get away with it. He's rich, he's famous, and rich and famous mean you can get away with a lot of stuff because a lot of y'all worship rich and famous people. So I could see how he could think he could get away with it in a hotel. Just, oh, I know this video here. Let me go pay somebody and make the video go away. So I could see how he could think he could get away with it. But why are men still out here beating on women? Violently beating on women. Throwing them down, kicking them, spitting on them, punching them, all kind of crazy stuff. Why do men still think that that's okay? And look, I know women do it too, but we're not talking about women right now. One day we'll talk about women beating on men because it happens. But that's not what we're talking about right now. There are men who still think it's okay, even cool, to beat on their woman. And I'm not talking about Diddy level dudes. I'm talking about just regular run of the mill, ain't even got no job, play video games all day.
Yeah.
And will beat on his woman.
That's what Sugar again.
Ron?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to my son.
That's all right. That's all right. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. That is that bullshit that women or men be beating up these women like that. Now I know I have my episodes, but I ain't never beat no woman. I ain't never beat no woman. I mean, I was that my ex-wife in the forehead when she spit on me. But I mean I was 21 years old, 20 years old when that happened. Shit, I'm 56 now. It's the difference. But I mean, I mean, that shit just ridiculous. I don't see. First of all, why these women don't get a carry and conceal and make sure you file a restraining order against these men when they sitting there kicking your ass, so you can get put them out their misery and put you out your misery too. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
I don't, but
And it,
I don't. It's not that easy though, because
I mean,
typically,
you get it.
here's my understanding. I know a few women who've been abused, and I've talked to, having been in the radio thing for 20 or so years, I've talked to and listened to a lot of people talk about domestic violence. And a lot of times domestic violence don't start with a hit, a smack, a spit, or none of that kind of stuff. It's very much mental. It's very much grooming to
Yeah,
put them
yeah,
in the position where they feel like they can't leave, they're defenseless, they're less than, all of that kind of stuff. So you got to it's almost like sex in that you got to work on the mind before
yeah,
you even start the act. Otherwise, it's not going to be as successful as you want it to be.
yeah. And you can't, you can't rescue these chicks like that because, I mean, you just can't. I mean, some of them, not even willing to accept it. Uh, my my mother, my father, when I was a kid, used to. Well, I don't want to say used to, because I think I remember two occasions. Um, my mother or my father hitting on my mother, and the last time my father hit on my father called his sister, and his sister. The only thing I remember is that black frying pan. My mother, his sister, and my mother beat the shit out of that dude,
Okay.
and he ain't never hit my mother again. I don't never remember him hit my mother again, but he was also not there on a regular basis. So but my mother never had. My mother never um, had an abusive man around me ever again. Only my father, you know. And I mean, my stepfather tried to, raise up on my mother one day, yelling at her, but I stepped in between it. It was gonna be you, or it's gonna be me, him, and her fighting. But I mean, it's like I said, it's just ridiculous. Um, it's a video going around on the internet from a female that got a restraining order against um, her ex-boyfriend, and you can see her running around in the parking lot, and a guy telling him not to get off of her, but the gentleman shot her. The gentleman shot her right there in that parking lot. You know, it's just like I said, it's unfortunate that this stuff still continues. But the one thing about it, if you and I'll just go ahead and give you this, it's a trip. Diddy wouldn't have been found out, and Cassie wouldn't have got to file that lawsuit if the AG wouldn't have taken the statute of limitations off for a year just to get Trump. And I mean, I'm not saying nothing about Trump and all that other stuff, but that's took the statute of limitations off so they could do that Jean Carroll civil suit. That's why she had to. That's why everything was found out.
Well, hold
It,
on, hold on.
I,
I'm not
but
100% sure that you're
you,
accurate about that.
yeah,
And that,
yeah, but yeah, I mean, you always say that, but just look
Ron,
it up.
can
I
I get
mean,
it out?
okay,
Okay. I'm not 100% sure that you're
okay.
accurate that the reason why that statute of limitations was extended was specifically for the E. Jean Carroll case, because there were a lot of
What?
other things that were going on.
No,
And I know that some of
what?
them
What? What?
were for, yeah, the Me Too stuff, and I
No,
believe
they only taking the
wasn't
statute of
some of
limitations
it
off of that.
wasn't some of it like for the whole Catholic priest thing?
No, they only did it for a year.
Okay,
They
and
only did it for they only did it for the whatever her
I
fucking
don't
name
I
is.
don't I
Okay,
don't
you
believe
don't
that's
get.
why.
Hey. That ain't my point. The point is, if they didn't take that statute of limitations off for a year,
Statute. There's a T.
if they didn't take that statute of limitations off for a year,
It's not a statute.
people would still be following Diddy, and Diddy would still be having them party. That's my point. And it's a whole lot of it's a whole lot of people. If you try to if you think that it's just Diddy that's doing all this shit, I mean, it's a bunch of millionaires out there.
Oh yeah.
And two things, and I'll get off. One thing, that video, they had that video forever, since it happened. And Cassie brought out her suit. What was it, in September or something like that? When Cassie brought out her suit, when he wait a minute, hold on. That's that COVID stuff, like you said. Okay.
I'm sympathetic.
Yeah. So what I want you to know is that video has been out for a minute.
Well, I mean, of course, it was recorded apparently, allegedly in 2016. So it's been around since 2016.
Yeah, so it's been around since 2016. Now, the Cassie stuff broke late this year or late last year. When it broke, they had all this time to show that video. It ain't like it was suddenly here. They had it recorded since 2016. So I would like to give you some sort of reason why they picked it out now, why they chose to release it now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah. Uh-oh. They released it on Friday, but the one thing that they did not, talk about a whole bunch is what the Vatican did over the weekend. And what the Pope did. Now, there's a thing about the Catholic Church about stigmata and stuff like that. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay. The Pope said that they would not issue, how can I put it, issue a label of stigmata or anything else because of aberrations and you can look it up, aberrations and demons, and the fact that we could potentially be seeing that amongst aliens going forward. That was released. You can look it up. Just look it up. I mean, it's the Vatican. You can look it up of what the Vatican released over the weekend. Now, I know that I didn't say it verbatim, and
it don't matter that you didn't say it verbatim. What does this have to do with Diddy?
No, the thing is that was the distraction. The only thing that people was talking about is this Diddy thing, and what the Pope released on Friday, or Pope said what the Pope said on Friday is very, very significant.
Okay, wait. Hold on, Ron. I want to understand. Okay, so let me ask questions, and then if you could answer them, I would appreciate it. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Are you saying that the video of Sean Combs beating.
No, don't. I'm saying it was a distraction.
Wait,
Yes.
let me get it out, bro. You got to let me get it out. You can't.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go
Are
ahead.
you saying that the video of Sean Combs assaulting Cassandra, I don't know what her actual last name is, assaulting
Cassie,
her
okay.
is somehow to keep us from paying attention to ghosts and aliens?
Ghosts and aliens. See, you know, you try to do that to
That's what, ain't that what you,
whoa.
it's a question. Just
I'm
answer. I'm not
tell you,
trying to do
tell you.
anything. I'm asking a question.
No. So no, that's not what I said.
Okay.
No.
So please clear it up for me. I'm not sure what you're.
Okay. I'm trying to clear it up for you.
Okay.
Okay. You know it. There's a religion called Catholicism.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But I mean, the simple part we got.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, I'm gonna clear it up for you. You know, there's a religion called Catholicism, and you know that a third of people that practices religion practices Catholicism. Would you agree? Would you agree that
Sure, I'll
a
agree.
whole lot of
Just
people.
can we get to the what it is that you're saying though?
So when the Pope tells you that we are in we are in a position to where we could see aliens, and this is the thing. That wasn't me. That was the Pope. That came out of the Vatican.
Okay.
It's not me. So when we say that we could see, when they say we could be seeing demons and aliens, and that the only person right now that can label anything like that, demonic possession, anything like that, is the Pope himself. No more.
Okay.
Telling you stigmata. The Pope himself.
Okay.
First of all, the Pope is unhealthy.
Can we get to the
Second
distraction
of all,
part? What are they trying to distract us from?
You did hear the news and the news reports of MSNBC, Channel 9, all of the little shits. You did see that there's a condition that people are going to might see demons now. Did you hear that?
So wait a minute. So, just so I understand, because no, I didn't. But I'll stipulate to that. But what I'm trying to get to is, I said that you were making the point that they released they released this video to distract us from the fact that there's gonna be ghosts and aliens, and I guess demons.
I didn't say ghosts.
Okay, aliens and demons.
And
so,
that's what you do. You try to.
I'm just trying to boil it down to understand what you're saying. That's it. The Diddy video the Diddy video was released to distract us from the demons and the aliens.
No, that's not what I said. I said it was a distraction from what the Pope has done. And the Pope mentioned demons.
Right. So
aliens.
It's a distraction from the demons and the aliens.
But don't twist it. Don't
That's
twist
not
it.
That's it.
Don't twist it. No, see, man, I be seeing you man, I already told you. You think you niggas slick, but I got your penny change.
That is not, that is what you're saying. You are saying that they released the Diddy video to distract us because the Pope said something about demons and aliens. That's what you're saying.
Yes. Okay. Yes, the Pope.
That's what
and he said that, and he said Now, see, if somebody is Catholic that's listening to this, they'll understand what it means when the Pope issues that, and the Pope is the only one
Okay.
that can issue a stigmata or anything else with dealing
Okay.
with spiritual aspects right now.
Okay.
And that is significant.
Why?
That is significant.
Okay, I know. Look,
If
people
you
mad at me
don't see it,
for letting you go on, but I got to understand one last
oh,
thing.
you gotta
Hold on.
tell them people to
Wait, I
kiss
gotta
my
understand one last
entire
thing.
ass,
Hold on, I gotta understand one last thing.
my
Why do
whole
you
ass.
no? Why do you think the Pope's thing on demons and aliens is so important that they have to distract us from it?
The same way the same way I think that the U.S. government and the CDC is trying to tell us that some people will have a condition that will make them see demons. I think it's called RPO. And like I said,
Wait, so you're
people,
actually concerned about demons now?
now, my man, I'm not concerned about it.
It
Because see,
sounds
I
like
don't have to
concern.
worry. I don't. I'm not concerned about it because I don't have to worry. See, I'm not concerned. I'm just bringing awareness to it because
Okay.
obviously you're not aware. Obviously, some people in the chat not aware. And again, y'all can kiss my entire ass because I mean, I'm just bringing information.
Okay.
Y'all motherfuckers I didn't know, and what I'm saying is factual. You can look and Google it, do whatever you need to do. What I'm saying,
Well,
is
what you're
factual.
saying is
So
not
again,
factual.
kiss
What you're
my
saying,
entire
hold on.
ass.
Let's be
Hey,
clear. Let's be
hey,
clear.
Look it up.
Hold on,
Hey,
Ron.
no, I'm
Ron.
great go because I'm not great. What?
Let's be clear. Parts of what you're saying are
Okay.
factual, but the conclusion that you're coming to is anything but factual. It's complete
What's the
conjecture.
conclusion I'm coming
The
to?
conclusion that you came to is that that's the reason why the Diddy recording got released. See, I'm not challenging you that the Pope didn't say something about
things, right?
aliens and demons. I'm not challenging you
No,
that
I said to
recording
distract
was
us from
out
other
there.
things.
I just challenged the assertion that the reason the recording came out right now is because the Pope said something about aliens and demons, and they need to distract us from the alien
Hey,
demon conversation
so
with the Diddy conversation. That's
so I want you to ask yourself this
All right.
question. So if that video existed.
I'm
For
sorry, I
6
got a
months.
bee in here. I can't concentrate.
It existed for since 2016, but they released it, this weekend when Cassie's suit was months ago. Why would they release it now? And why didn't you see the Pope and the
Okay,
things about
you're right.
why
You're
didn't
probably
you
right.
see that?
You're probably
That's
right. There's a
what I'm
wasp
saying.
in here, and I can't focus
they
on
do
what
that
you're
all
saying.
the time to distract us.
Okay.
Put
The wasp is
certain
distracting
things on
me.
the news.
There's a wasp
I'm
that's
sorry?
distracting me. So
The what?
there's a wasp, and it is distracting me.
Okay, go ahead and get your wasp, man.
All
know
right.
we good.
All right.
100.
Yeah, there's a wasp in here, and it's distracting me. I had to leave the door open when I was bringing stuff in, and a few flies got in, and apparently a wasp. But they released the Diddy video because the Pope said something about demons and aliens, and they needed to distract us because the aliens is coming to get us now. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I don't mess with wasps. They don't like me. I don't like them. We got an agreement. And he down here for a reason. He could have stayed upstairs. I don't have a zapper. The zapper is upstairs. And I don't have none of my spray. Oh, wait a minute. I got some spray. Blade!
What's up?
How you doing?
That doing pretty good. That's the order from the Pope. That's a small demon. He's coming to get you.
Oh, that's terrible.
Hey man,
Got him. Sorry. He over here on my board. Keep talking.
yeah, we I mean, I don't know how old you are, but we know Diddy been doing this for what, 25, 30 years?
Just for the record, I won. He's dead. Go ahead.
Yeah, we know, like I said, I don't know how old you are, but we know what Diddy been doing this since he been out. It's been going on 25, 30 years. It's nothing new. But Diddy learned from them. You know, Diddy, when you think about it, Diddy reminds you of the Playboy Mansion. Them was them so-called little parties and stuff, but they never blew up the Playboy like they do in Diddy. So it's just the old heads need a scapegoat, and Diddy's the scapegoat. So I hope they get them all, but I don't know why we talking about it. Why we still talking about something that happened? We know what Diddy is, know what Diddy done, and when I'm thinking about it, Diddy went to Howard, so I'm pretty sure the Divine Nine they get down like that, and then they just bring it on out to the public.
Well,
Some of them
actually,
get caught,
Blade,
some don't.
a lot of people don't know that Diddy get down like that, or didn't know, excuse me, that Diddy get down like that. And one reason that I wanted to bring it up was first, I wanted to kind of bring people to reality because people are holding these exceptional expectations of people that aren't realistic. And secondly, I kind of wanted to have a conversation, or at least bring to people's awareness, in particular women, that domestic abuse ain't done. It ain't over. It's still dudes out here, and be aware of, look for signs of abuse. And again, a lot of times it starts mentally. So if you don't do nothing else but go to some websites and search for some stuff about signs of abuse so that you can be aware, that's still something that I think people need to talk about.
Yeah, I understand your point, but you gotta realize we're talking to a different culture now. What Diddy is doing, this culture say it's okay. They don't have no morality like the older culture do. So they feel that what he done, it's nothing wrong with it. We know it's something wrong with it, but you're talking to a different culture. Then really you're wasting your breath because they probably doing it. They got little small cliques and they probably doing it too. So they feel there's nothing wrong with it. We do, but it's a good conversation. But there's nothing. I noticed there's nothing we can do to change this new culture mind. They're gonna do what they want to do, and we still looking for. I don't understand your buddy Ron. So if the Catholic Church is a cult and they do all this bad stuff, why are we going to the Pope looking for sources about aliens and ghosts?
I think really just because it fit into the narrative. If you're a conspiracy guy, again, I think Ron gets lost in some of those conspiracy sites. And if you're a conspiracy guy, you can't run from a good conspiracy, whether it makes sense or not.
Well, I'm not going to put it into the conspiracy because
conspiracy.
Everything can, how he put it and how you put it, it can all happen together. It don't have to clash with each other, but there's, like I said, they say there's nothing new under the sun. We know what Diddy been doing, and we know, there are demons out here. And Pharaoh tells you every day that he knows ghosts that takes his money. So we know these things are out here, but I just don't understand why we trying to put it together because people I don't know about you, but regular people like me, taxpayer, working pay people like us, uh, we don't get into what media holds back or try to put to it. We kind of know in the back of our mind these things go on, but we're not really worrying about it. We just worrying about paying our bills and take care of our family. You know what the Catholic Church does and what Diddy and them do with the freak off parties because the Catholic Church they started off as a freak off cult party. So we kind of know what they do, but we really don't care because we're busy trying to pay bills and take care of our family. What they do is what they do. Because is Diddy been doing this for 30 years? Why is he still making YouTube, making videos? Why he's not locked up? Locked up? They're not gonna do nothing to that man. It's a good conversation, but like I said, it's an old conversation. Who's gonna be next? It because of the conspiracy thing hotline next is that Jay-Z gonna be next. So is he gonna be next? Are they gonna lock him up too? Or are we gonna talk about that for the next 20 or 30 years? It's all good entertainment. There's nothing gonna be done. And like I told you, this culture you're talking to, they don't care because they feel everything's all right. Hey, have a good one, man.
You do say. All right. Blade makes some good points. He really did. And Ron says it's not a conspiracy. It's clearly a conspiracy when you tie those two together. Just kind of, I think, the point that Blade was making. Both things are actual, but one, that whole cause and effect thing, they did this because they don't want you to know this and all that stuff. That's the conspiracy. That's the conspiracy part. Different news happens all the time. The young man who got killed over there at the Withrow Sports Compound thing in Hyde Park. Man, condolences to his family. That's got to be difficult. And I don't know really any of the details. I didn't even hear about it until Sunday. And again, I don't have no answers for gun violence. I don't have no answers. I want, here's what I want. And I'm starting this as I get ready to get off the air. But here's what I want. You have to think about where do it start. I want women, I'm putting the responsibility on y'all, to do a better job of choosing your mate. I want y'all to do a better job of choosing y'all mate, who you, cohabitate with, who you have sex with, who you have children with, who you marry, who you date, all of that kind of stuff. That's what I want. I want y'all to be a little more aware of what's going on. I want y'all to talk to y'all young people. That's what I want. I want y'all to talk to y'all daughters and granddaughters and all of that kind of stuff. Tell them about abuse. Like, for real, think about it. Moms, grandmoms, aunts, do you talk to your daughters, nieces, etc. about abuse? So, not just saying, don't you let no man put his hands on you. That's not really, for me, that's not necessarily an abuse conversation. That's not necessarily an abuse conversation. Okay, see, now Alethea doing what they did earlier. Hear me out before you just find something to disagree with, Alethea. Hear me out first. Hear me out first. Let me get the thought out. Don't Ron me. Because Ron does that. I say, let me ask a question. So the Pope, no, I didn't say the Pope. Whoa, I didn't even get the question out yet. You don't know where I'm going. Stop guessing where I'm going. So let me get it out first before you find a reason to disagree. Or, whatever. Let me get it out first. So I don't think saying don't let no man put his hands on you is an abuse conversation. I think really talking to them about what abuse looks like is an abuse conversation, and not just the put hands on you part. Because what I think can happen is they can be looking out for somebody putting their hands on them, but don't know that they're in the place they're being groomed to be abused. Because he ain't putting his hands on me. And so, I want ladies choose better mates and have conversations with these young people. You know, I keep telling y'all, I watched a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of younger women nowadays who are ready to accept anything, abuse and other things from men, if he got some money or if he look a certain way. And they're, actually looking for a lot of these men who have a lot of them abusive traits to them. That's what they believe is attractive in a man. So those conversations need to be had. And men, I still think, I said this some years ago and I got bashed. When I was on the radio, I said this. I think on Sister Speak. That's how long ago it was. Men, we need to get to the point where, hold on a second, Fang. Men, we need to get to the point where we don't accept men who abuse women. Where if your friend beats his woman and you know about it, if you see your friend being mentally abusive, either say something or cut that dude off. But let it be known this is unacceptable behavior. I think women have to hold themselves accountable for who they choosing, and men, we have to hold other men accountable for their unacceptable behavior. We can't be like, if I got a homie, I'm old school, so I still say homie. If I got a homie and he got kids and he ain't taking care of his kids, we can't kick it. We just, for real, we just can't kick it. If I got a homie and, I got a notion that he's abusive to his woman, we can't kick it. I mean, even if I'm not turning you in, I ain't seen no physical abuse, but bro, the way you talk to her, man, you kind of out of line. Oh, you don't know my house. Oh, you don't know. All right, cool. Hey, bro, you want to go? No, I don't. Because I don't want to hang out with somebody that I feel like is abusive to their woman. I'm the type of person who I will say that. You need to check your behavior. Because that's unacceptable. And as a man, I can't be your boy. I can't be your friend. I'm not going to co-sign that. If you're not taking care of your kids, I ain't talking about just paying some money. I pay my child support. I knew a dude. This is another true story. It's not a long one. Hold on, fam. I'm coming to you. I knew a dude who was my friend. He paid his child support on a regular basis, but I never saw him with his son. Never. And I asked him, like, dude, I know you got a son. Like, do you spend time with him? He like, man, I pay child support. I said, hey, what I asked you, do you spend time with him? Oh, man, his mama is so... I didn't ask you that. Do you spend time with your son? And he was like, nah, man, I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's too much drama over there. I don't want to mess with all of that. And I had to tell him, like, bro, we had a long conversation about how important it is to spend time with your son. And I gave him a little bit of time. And once I noticed he still ain't spending no time with his son, he ain't my friend no more. Because I'm going to put that pressure on you to be a daddy, to be a good father, to be an involved father. And I think if women say, you got kids and you don't spend no time with him, no, I don't want to date you. And the fellas say, hold on, you got kids and you don't spend no time with them, No, we can't kick it. Then you put them in a position where they like, damn, everything I do, don't nobody want to kick it with me because I don't spend no time with my son. Let me spend some time with that little dude. And believe it or not, once you got to, unless you're like an abusive dude, once you get to spend the time with the little dude, you like, I like this. This is my little dude. So I think we all have to hold each other responsible for this. That's the beginning, if you ask me, the beginning of the answer. See, Alethea, I was going there to the men. I was getting there. Give me time. I get there. Fame.
Hey, hello?
Fame, how you doing?
Oh, no, this is Say from the projects.
Oh, okay. Well, how you doing? Say.
I'm doing well, exceptionally well. Yeah, hearing, it's funny. I was listening to CK talk about, kept saying soliloquy on his call, and it just reminded me of that day the Black Lion was calling somebody on the buzz, and he kept saying menial. He said menial like 50 times during his call and shit. It was like, okay, these cats done learned a new word. You know what I'm saying? They want to say it. But listen, as far as Cassie, the Diddy video, I'm not shocked at it at all because once she sued him for $30 million, she was basically saying like some really jacked up stuff happened between us for her to sue for $30 million.
Fame,
Or
hold on.
ask for $30 million.
I hate to interrupt you, but I want to ask you a question because you say you wasn't shocked by it. I'm not shocked that a guy will abuse a woman, but I'll be honest, I can't really say that I recall many instances of seeing physical abuse and the violence with which he was. I was shocked by the level of violence, and it really did. It shocked me a little bit, and that's why early in the show I was saying, "Oh my goodness." This was the point that I was trying to make, and I got distracted because they wanted to disagree with me. I was saying the level of violence is so shocking, and when you look on the spectrum of levels of violence, I could not imagine a scene much more violent than that, but I know it gets so much more violent. But I was honestly shocked and a little shooken when he just grabbed her and threw her down. I was like, oh my God, that is horrible. So I was shocked.
Well, I'll say this. Pardon me. The reason why, well, first of all, you're doing what you accused Alethea of doing, interrupting me before I got a chance to explain the whole situation.
Well, I was just saying for me because it was a callback to something earlier, but go ahead.
No, it's okay. The reason why is because, like I said, not only did she sue him for $30 million, but at the same time, he's so much older than her and had been with him for so long. I said clearly on the Wyatt Show in Facebook posts, and I might have said it on this show, that there is no in between with this. She was either terrified or loved every minute of it. And apparently we see she was terrified. You see what I'm saying? Because that's just such a, because when a person with that kind of money is dating someone that much younger, there's a level of control involved.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about controlling the mind first. Things like that. There is a level of control involved. Diddy done had, been worth at least $300 million for at least 30 years. He apparently he's been a part of doing wild shit for all, since he's been in the public specter with the City College stuff that he was involved in, where those people got killed, trampled and got killed over a concert he promoted. So that's why I say that. It just didn't shock me like that. Like, I didn't see, now I'm sure that, he threw some roundhouse rights and shit like that, and I saw some blood splattering, yeah, it probably would have been more shocking. But that didn't really, it was just like, yeah, well, you sued him for $330 million. Something really jacked up happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as far as the Madisonville kid, I gotta be honest. Was he what they call it, unintended victim?
Possibly. I don't know the details. All I've seen so far, for those of you who don't know, who maybe was like me and like really busy this weekend, and Fame, correct me if I'm wrong about any of these little details that I'm giving because I don't know a lot. Apparently, he graduated from Withrow, and later on, that evening into the morning, they were over there at that little sports complex, and I don't know what happened, except that apparently shots rang out, and he ended up dead.
But see, and that's what I'm saying. I hate to be that guy, but that's the only way I'm going to feel sorry for him, is if he's an unintended victim. Because, y'all making it seem like this kid's Jesus of fucking Madisonville and whatnot. He's such a well-to-do kid, but you don't know who he crossed.
True.
You don't know everything about him. You don't know who he crossed that decided to blow him up. If he was the intended victim. If he's unintended, yeah, then I'm feeling really sad. But until I hear all that, it's just like, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's like Cameron said in the movie, niggas get shot every day, B. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. I just don't like how this is being portrayed just because he was a high school graduate. There's plenty of dickhead high school graduates out here.
Well, Fame, all I've said, because again, I don't know the details. All I've said was condolences to his family. That's sad.
No, not you. No. I'm not specifically talking about you. There's groups I've seen. I was talking about on your man's show, Wyatt and Elman. I was just like, you don't know who this kid done double crossed. Because for every kid that graduates and does all this great stuff in school, and to show themselves as good citizens, they get around, their peer group, after school, and they're smoking weed, rolling dice, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're going straight to a church, and rehearsing with Emanuel, to be a part of the choir. They do all kind of repugnant shit on their own time.
Yeah.
And to be you said it happened early in the morning. At what time?
Like 3-something a.m. Wasn't like 3:45 in the morning or something like that.
See, what are we doing out at 3:45 in the morning? Even if we're celebrating a high school graduation, like it's like that ain't just that's not the wisest decision to make. 3:45. Yeah. It's like, what are you doing? Was he 18? Was he a 17-year-old? Well, it doesn't matter. It's just there's no need to be out there like that. Hanging out at your high school's what do you call that? The sports complex or whatnot. Yeah. Like, what are you guys gonna do? Some vandalism? One of those little white school pranks that they be doing and shit. Like, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be answered before we just totally wrap our arms around the family as the principal suggested we do. But that's just me, safe from the projects. It's been real. I had fun. I missed talking to you last week because of my schedule. I couldn't really get at you, but I'll try to be better about it this week. Y'all be blessed. Oh!
All right, that was Say from the Projects. Some people call him Fame. But yeah. I mean, no, look, those are some good questions. I saw where Sea Breeze said some thoughts you can keep to yourself, but you don't have to. You don't have to. People got to start asking tough questions. Now, I don't know what was going on clearly because I don't have the details, but even to say, at 3:45 you can be outside, that shouldn't be a death sentence. You know what I'm saying? Especially graduation night. We just gonna hang out. And when we run out of stuff to do, let's go back over to the school and just hang out. And that shouldn't be a death sentence. Might not be the wisest thing, but I still, my condolences, because no matter who he was, what kind of life he was living, when you lose a loved one, that is horribly tragic, and emotionally, it feels bad. And so I still send condolences to the family. Twin,
What's up, man?
how you doing?
Yeah, that was a sad scenario. Sad case with Shorty getting killed like that, man.
Yeah.
I think I heard something like that in Kansas too.
Yeah.
That they did a drive-by in Kansas at a graduation. But Emmanuel, like see, who was that? Fame just said, you don't know what these shorties doing, man.
True.
They always talking about, so my son was a good old boy. He didn't do nothing. He was a high school graduate, played football and all that. The same thing happening when that's why my nephew, he got about 20 some years or something like that, because somebody did something stupid. But you don't know what your kids doing when they leave out that door. But y'all get mad at other family members when they come up dead. No, you play with fire, you get burned with fire, man. That's how it go. You reap what you sow, man. You out there game banging, doing what you doing. You know what come with the territory, man. Whatever you doing, you keep robbing people. You think ain't nobody go get you back? They go get you some way, somehow, whether they got to go through your family to get you. I just don't understand how people get mad at the other family. I know killing somebody wrong. Half the time is wrong. But hey, I got to defend myself at all costs. It's sad how Shorty, though, he didn't even get a whole 24 hours to celebrate even his mama. Now, I know his mama hurting to death, man. Man,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. He did it. Whatever come his way, he deserved it, man.
Okay, I missed a part of what you said.
He did. He got what he deserved, whatever's coming his way. But he got to give him time, whatever coming his way. People knew how Diddy get down and everything. They heard stories about it. He was dead wrong for Ray Rice and that girl like that. He was worse than Ray Rice, prob, and everything. Like he two-pieced and dragged it about like a dog or something.
Worse.
It's crazy, man. So he deserved whatever got coming to him, though. But yeah, man, I'm tired. It's hot.
All right.
Work to do. I'm tired. That's why it sounded like this, man, because there's heat. Even though it's cool in this store, but I had stepped out for a minute and everything, though. But
Well,
yeah,
that's got to
man,
feel good to you if you in the milk area. It's cold back there, right?
Man, I ain't in the milk area today. I'm in groceries putting this stuff up. I ain't in the milk. I'll be over there about 7 o'clock.
Oh.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's sad, though, with Shorty losing his life. That was stupid. And then, never know it, man. I ain't go, speculate or whatever, but, hey, he probably was the wrong target, or maybe he did something with somebody. Who knows? And they, somebody like, hey, he in the parking lot right now in Withrow. Let's get down on. It can be like that, too, man. I mean,
it could.
I'm hoping it's not, but now people always paint their children and stuff as angels and all that. You hear about, I don't know, I saw it on Facebook. I tried to tell As Lincoln earlier about it and stuff, but you ain't hear about it that Beyonce want to pay do shows with him and everything. He said no. Go share it, you and Jay-Z. Kid Rock. You hear about that?
I saw a headline, but what else I saw said that wasn't true. I saw something that said that wasn't true.
But Facebook, the new news, right?
For some people, yes.
I mean, it seemed like it's accurate to me. Like, no, I was just saying, but at Lincoln don't believe. You got to really put the stuff in his face to let you know if he believes you or not. All right,
okay.
Man. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
Well, put the stuff in Lincoln's face.
No, see you extra. That's why them bees about to attack that little but man, I ain't mean to say it. I forgot who I'm talking to, man. I forget to clarify it. I forgot who I'm talking to. This the extra. I can't never be straight, man. You always got a joke. Why you invite me to the block party, man?
How many times have I talked about that block party? As a matter of fact, you said you was showing up to the block party.
You ain't tell me when I was in a comment in the chat. I said where it's gonna be at,
I
and you
did
ain't never
tell you.
come.
I
You
said
you
it.
ain't coming back.
I feel like I said it 100 times over the past 2 weeks.
I had to
I said
celebrate
it was
my
going to be
brother.
at Roseline Condon School. I said that.
I remember. I forget. I thought it was Avondale or something like that.
Okay.
I didn't know. I did. I thought it was in Avondale.
And some people actually came by looking for you.
Oh, proud of. I was though, but what was it, Saturday?
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, I was celebrating my brother. His birthday was, and he would have been 55. Next month would be a year since he's gone. So yeah, I think I was celebrating that
Okay.
day, if I'm not mistaken. All right, man, be safe, man.
All right.
Don't let the bees come at you. All right.
Hey, I got some spray for him.
All right, dude.
All right, Twin. That was Twin. How many times did I mention that daggone block party? And a few people did come. Like, did Twin show up? I was like, no, Twin didn't show up. I wanted to meet Twin. So, yeah, some people did. Wait, how am I the childish one? I didn't say nothing about putting nothing in nobody's face, but I'm the childish one. Wait a minute. There was something else that I wanted to discuss. Oh, Diddy. Y'all know, I heard this story about Diddy. I'm not saying the story is true, even though I am repeating the story as if it could be true. But I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Because I took a seminar on what you call it? I just lost the word. I had 17th degree COVID. And so I forget stuff. When you say stuff about defamation, I just took a seminar on defamation, so I don't want to defame nobody. They didn't teach me to defame people in my seminar. But there was this story, and there's a young lady on, at least on YouTube, and she's apparently somebody in the music business. I can't remember her name. But she tells this story of Diddy and Christopher Williams. Y'all all heard that story? The story of Diddy and Christopher Williams? If you don't know who Christopher Williams is, then you are too young to be watching this particular broadcast. Okay? Or I guess technically this would be a narrowcast. Is that her name? Jaguar Wright? But then y'all heard the story of Diddy and Christopher Williams? Yeah. And when I heard that story, I said if he'd do that, he'd do anything. He'd really both of them. How, for those of y'all who don't know, a lot of people are saying Jaguar. Tria said that story been out there for a while. I never heard the story until probably about 2 weeks ago. Apparently, Christopher Williams he didn't have a record deal. I'm going to try to clean it up. It's not going to be too bad. Christopher Williams didn't have a record deal, and he went to Diddy, and Diddy gave him, I can't remember the name of the record deal, but I'm going to say a temporary record deal. That's not what it's called. And he made that man fellatiate him. I don't know that that's a word, but you know what I'm saying. Like kind of what Twin was talking about, Lincoln. He made him, and apparently people saw it, or at least somebody saw it, this Jaguar lady. Apparently she saw it. And basically Diddy said, like, look, this is power. If I can make a straight man do this, if I can make a straight man do this, that's power. Now, of course, when I saw the story, I was sitting there with Mrs. Livingston. And I said, for a record deal, you can't make a straight man do that. Anybody who do that, they wasn't straight from the beginning. Because Look, man, some of y'all want money and fame and all that kind of stuff, people to look at you a certain way and all that. Some of y'all, and I mean, not necessarily on that level, but there are people who will do anything to be accepted and successful and famous and rich or, well thought of. But there is nothing that you could do to make me do that. Nothing. Oh, he's a straight man. I'm going to get this straight man. You're not going to make a straight man do that for a record deal? Please. So, yeah, when I heard that story, I was like, first, something is wrong with that daggone Sean Combs. And second, I always thought it was something funny about that Christopher Williams. I wasn't sure, but I always thought it was something funny about that dude. Now, again, I don't know the story to be true. I'll be honest, I did always think it was something wrong with Christopher Williams. And when I say, hold on, let me take that back. Not something wrong, something different. Something different about Christopher Williams. Because, you know what I'm saying, even if you that don't mean, because it's 2024. And in 2024, that's not wrong. It's just different. There is no right or wrong in 2024. Everything is just different. Everything is just different. Oh, it's wrong to do that. No, it's just different. My values and your values don't line up. It doesn't make me wrong. It just makes us different. Look. I got 81 people. I'm not trying to get canceled. You know what I'm saying? Nokia talk about you said it right, something was wrong. No. I don't want to get canceled. Lose my 81 people. But yeah, no, ain't nowhere in the world. And see, a lot of y'all don't know this. I used to sing. Like, want to sing. Like, I wanted a record deal. I was actually, at one point, I was offered an opportunity to tour Japan with a group. They were going on a tour. They were going to Japan. And I'm not sure if there was like a member that was leaving or whatever, but they offered me a spot. I ended up not being able to go. It's a long story. But if they would have said, all right, you can get on. We'll let you, but you gotta suck somebody's, I would have said, konnichiwa. I don't even know if that's Japanese. I don't know. But I would have told them like, nah, y'all gone. Because I don't get down like that. No way. Absolutely no way. But yeah, no, something's definitely wrong with that daggone. Well, something's different. Now, something's wrong. I can officially say something wrong with him because we saw him physically abuse a woman, and that's wrong every day of the week. That's wrong every day of the week. But who even thinks that in terms of, like, look, I like women. I love women. But it's certain things I don't want you to do stuff to me out of any sort of obligation. If you don't want to do it, I don't want to put you in a position where you feel like you have to do it. I don't want to put you in a position where you feel like doing it would be advantageous to you. Like, I want you to want to do it. Talking, things. So now it's different. You know what I'm saying? Mrs. Livingston, I'll say, hey, you feel like going and doing so-and-so? And she'll say, I don't feel like doing it, but I'll do it. Hey, I'll take that. To me, that's your love. When you don't feel like, going to the store and picking something up for me, I'm down here printing and, what I'm saying, I had a knob break off. I was like, hey, you feel like going to the store and grabbing that knob for me? Grabbing that knob could be the same thing, but I'm not talking about it in that way. You feel like going to the store and picking up this part for me? And she said to me, no, I don't feel like it. I was getting ready to lay down and go to sleep. But I'll do it for you. That's love. That's love. You feel like making love to me? No, I don't feel like it. But then it's not happening. It's not happening. Because I don't want it if you don't feel like. I don't want it if you don't want it. So to be like, I got power over you. I'll give you this if you do that. That's sick to me. That's sick to me. I don't even understand it. It's sickening. If you want this job, then you would do this. Sick. That's sick. How do you get pleasure from that? I don't even understand how you get pleasure from that. Well, I understand how you get pleasure from it, but I don't understand how that's mentally pleasing to your ego, you know what I'm saying? Any of that kind of stuff. I don't get it. For $3 million, what about it? I'm not sure the question that you're asking. Would I do that for $3 million? No, absolutely not. I don't know, though, if that's what you was asking. But the answer is no. Oh, we got a celebrity in the house, and the celebrity says, don't say konnichiwa, say sayonara. Thank you. I know as an Asian guy, you are on top of all of that stuff. So I learned something. I don't know Japanese or, none of them Asian languages. Jerica said, that's what I was asking. No, I'm not. And I want y'all to know, I'm not cussing anymore. Y'all can't provoke me to cuss no more. I was at church yesterday and the minister ministered, and nobody specifically said to me, hey, you shouldn't be cussing on your show. But I felt the move of a spirit. I ain't gonna lie and say it was the Holy Spirit, because it might not have been. But I felt a move of a spirit. It might have just been my spirit saying, stop all that cussing. Don't let them take you out of your character. So y'all can't take me out of my character no more. No more cussing. No more cussing. Not for me. Well, I'm not sure that dinga is a cuss word. I'm not sure that that's a cuss word. So that don't count. Y'all, I got to get out of here. It is almost 6 o'clock. Why y'all be holding me late? Why y'all be making me stay late? I got to go make a few shirts. And, actually, I was supposed to deliver some shirts. So I got to make a couple shirts, and I got some shirts that I have to deliver. The ones that I'm making, I don't have to deliver. The ones that I'm delivering are already made. But yeah, I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I really do. I saw my little cousin. I doubt she liked being called my little cousin, but I remember when she was my little cousin. I saw my little cousin in here. Good to see you. You never got me them sizes, but at the same time, I never made the shirts. So, we'll talk about it. We'll work it out. Twin say you took 20 minutes killing the bee. I'll take an hour if that's what it takes. Y'all don't understand me and bees. I'm telling y'all, they don't like me and I don't like them. So if you're talking about beefs, we got beef. I would be walking down the street. This is true. I think I told y'all this before. I was swimming once. Swimming. Underwater. Swimming. Come up out the water. Because you have to do that when you come. Even you bald, you still have to when you come up out the water. I come up out the water. B, landed on my forehead, stung me. Like all of this water. It was a big pool. People all over the place. How did y'all been stalking me? And you thought, oh, he's vulnerable now. We can get him. Just come up out the water. Right on the forehead. Sting me. We got beef. I was asleep at my grandma's house. Medea, granddaddy, they in the other room. I'm asleep. I'm out of my own business. Out of nowhere, my eye just is on fire. My eye is on fire. Wasp. Stung me in the eyelid. Stung my eyelid. I didn't do none of that. The bees don't do nothing to you if they don't feel threatened. That's a lie. Well, maybe to y'all, but we got beef. So when I see a wasp or a bee or something like that, oh, it's going down. It's going down. I know what your plan is. I'm going to just let you roll up on me, acting like, you know what I'm saying, we cool. Oh, I'm just here to chill out and check out the show. Nah, I know what you're really here for. I live in a Hawaiian Village. This ain't just one or two times. I lived in Hawaiian Village. Y'all know Hawaiian Village. They got the little things where you can go between in the middle of the buildings, and you know and we just walking. Group of people. We walking out of nowhere. Wasp just come again, land on my forehead, sting me. Like, and everybody's like, why did he just out of nowhere just come and sting you? I'm like, I don't know. It might have been a she. I'm not sure how that works. But either way, I got stung. They just out of nowhere, they see me. They on the radio, like, he's coming up to, and they just sting me. That's just what they do. So yeah, when I see one, and I don't know why I had this. Well, I know why I had this. There were some, I thought this was for carpenter bees. This is for carpenter ants. I bought the wrong stuff. I have some, I had some carpenter ants. You know, them things burrow into the wood, and you can hear them burrowing into the wood. I was like, what in the world is going on? What is that noise? I'm looking, it's a little hole. So I had to go get this long pole extension with the little string and put the can in there and fill it up with the spray. They all died. And then you got to go fill in the hole so that they don't redo it. I did that 2 years ago. And then at the beginning of every season, I just go through and I spray with the little carpenter, even though, again, I thought this was for carpenter bees. It's for carpenter ants. But I go around the house looking for holes. Spray holes, Holes. I go around the house looking for holes and spraying them with my little carpenter bee spray. I can't say nothing around y'all. Okay, last thing, and then I really do gotta go. And this is nothing important either. This is just, I was at the block party, and I want to say could have lined up 4 jobs to DJ. Because that was all I did. I was the DJ. I'm going to address that in a second. But 4 people came up to me like, oh, do you DJ weddings? Oh, my. I'm like, No. I need to hire somebody and give me your card. I want to hire you. Look, I'm not a DJ. I just played some music. And some people was like, oh, they know if you play music, you're a DJ. No, DJing is an art form. DJing is creativity and skill and all of that kind of stuff. I had my iPhone connected to my sound system, just picking songs off the iPod to play. Not iPod, iPhone. Picking songs off the iPhone to play. That is not DJing. That is playing music. And that's when Annie Roof came and said, hey, will you DJ the event? You did such a good job last year. Will you DJ the event this year? I said, I didn't DJ last year. And I will not DJ this year. But I will set up and play some music. So just everybody that you see and hear playing music, they are not DJs. They are not DJs. I am not a DJ. I not a DJ. Just know that. And because I don't want no DJs. Like, oh, you think you're a DJ? No. I know it's an art. It is an art. And maybe if I worked on it, I could become a DJ. But as it stands right now, I am not a DJ. They call you DJ Saheed. Okay. Well, I wanted to let them know I am not a DJ because I respect DJs. You know, I worked in radio for a minute, and so I knew a few DJs, and I know I know the work that they put in for their craft, and I don't want to disrespect that at all. All right, y'all, that was pretty much it. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me again. I got to get ready to get out of here, go do these shirts, go do this delivery. Again, ladies, talk to your and to your sons. Men need to talk to their sons as well about all of this stuff. But I really do believe it starts with the women. It don't end with the women, but I believe it starts with the women because y'all the ones who choose if everything is going right. Y'all the ones who choose who to be with. 1 million men can hit on one woman, but she get to decide which one of them get the digits and which one of them, get the draws and which one of them get to marry her. I can propose to you and you say no. That's that. So start by talking to these women and young girls, your daughters, your granddaughters, your nieces, your nephews, your little cousins, all of that kind of stuff. I think that's really important. I'm sorry, Alethea. I think that's really, really important because I think that's where it starts. All right. Until next time, y'all take care of each other. If you're out and about, don't be mad, Alethea. I'm telling you, that's where it starts. It's not where it ends, but it is where it starts. All right. Until next time, be the reason that somebody smiles today. Peace.